How's it going, my friends? Welcome to another money making guide. It's actually been a little bit. I got a tip that crystal keys in the Taverly chest is a good way of making money. Now, this is going to be a low-level guide. You can do this really at any level. There are no requirements whatsoever. The only thing you need to have is some starting GP. So today what I'm going to be doing is testing 500 crystal keys. I ended up buying 300 of these at the GE's mid price and buying the extra 200 I needed to finish the video off of 2 friends. So I ended up paying my friends about 26,000 GP per key. But realistically, this method is super simple. All you have to do is come into this house in Taverly. I'll show it to you here on the map. So if you're in Taverly, you're gonna go to this house right here, and then you're gonna run down to the bank that is over in this area right here. I have a whole inventory of keys bound to a preset in the bank. So all I have to do is go there, I press 1, it'll load my keys for me, and I can return and do another whole trip. Then you just want to come into this house, click on the chest, and away you go. Like I said, this can be done at any level, but I want to test it out just to see how good the GP is per key. Because measuring this in GP per hour, I mean, you can kind of do that, but it'll take a long time to get enough keys to do an hour, so. But anyway, I've got my loot tracker open. Let's get started. So that is where a bulk of the profit comes in. 137k from all these runes. This is really the drop that you're looking for. Let's hope we get a ton of these. And another one, that is by far one of the saddest drops I have ever seen. But let's bank that and let's run to the bank. So, like I said, all you've got to do is run south. I'm going to use Surge, and then I'm gonna bladed dive over to the bridge. I do have mobile equipped to my crystal dagger that I'm using. So then all I gotta do, go into my bank, click 1, and there I go. I've got another whole inventory. So then I surge back out and I'll use bladed dive. If you don't have bladed dive, that is a-okay. It's not going to make or break any of this. It'll just take you a little bit longer to get there. And we're starting off right with another runes drop. All right, so with that out of the way, I'm gonna go ahead and skip forward. If I get any cool drops, I will let you guys know. Otherwise, I'll be back towards the end. It was a really nice bladed dive fail right there. If you'd like to speed this method up a little more, you could always fill a beast of burden with keys, but I'm not going to do that just because I want this to be as low to the ground as possible without really any requirements, even though I guess it really wouldn't sway the outcome of the video whatsoever. But if you've got a pack yak or something like a war tortoise, that would definitely save you time here. And that right there is the last key. So we will hit bank all, and then I'm gonna go withdraw all of this loot and we'll do a price check and see how much money we made. So in total, I spent 12,322,000 GP, or 24,644 GP per key. In total, in my inventory here, this is all of the loot that I got from all 500 of these keys. Got 11,000 of each elemental rune, which is absolutely nuts. Of course, your 500 uncut dragon stones, and then 1.1 million cash. So if I go ahead and I throw all this into the price checker here, 18.69 mil. Oh my god. Okay, so to give you an estimate of what we're looking at here, that took me right around 20 minutes, just over 20 minutes to do. So theoretically, you could get close to, I want to say 1,500 keys per hour. You could probably do more than that if you were to use a beast of burden like a pack yak or something, which very roughly gives you 18 mil per hour, but you'd have to buy a ton of keys and it would take a ton of time. But some of these items will probably sell less than GE value, so I'm gonna go ahead and get them sold and we'll get an actual price on what we made in total. All right, so everything has been sold except for the seeds. The papaya tree seeds and the calquat seeds just don't sell, so whatever, I'll just drop those or something. But everything else has sold. Most of it's sold for around GE price. So if we do a final price check, we are looking at 18.5 mil. Oh my god. All right, so let's get into some numbers around this. On average, in my 500 keys, I could expect 37,006 GP per key in loot. If we subtract my cost of an average of 24,644, we're left with a profit per key of 12,362 GP. So if you can buy 100 of these every 4 hours, you can expect to make 1.2 mil just letting something buy in the GE. So like what was suggested to me in the comments, this realistically could just be a daily thing. If you have the cash, put an offer in the GE, you're going to buy them at a slightly lower cost than what I was able to get. Like you can see here, I bought them in the GE at, it was like 5% above mid at 23,740 GP, so you can milk just a little bit more profit out of each key that you do. But if you do this in Taverly, you can expect to make money. And it really doesn't cost a whole lot to get started on this. You can do 100 keys every 4 hours and just keep churning that loot over and over and over again until you are able to make a good profit. So I hope that this helped you. This is a really cool money-making method, and it seriously makes good GP, like way better than expected. I am going to just be putting offers in to buy crystal keys. The prices on these items shouldn't crash too bad because they're in such high demand. Everything is super high volume, which is a plus. So even if a whole bunch of people watch this video and like and subscribe, the prices shouldn't fluctuate too much. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I respond to just about every single one that I read. I appreciate you guys watching this. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.